Okay guys, finally it's the big day where I'm going to assemble my Honda CR250R, and this is the biggest bike project I've done in my whole life, so I'm really excited about it. Let's go! Okay, so as you can see, we got all the major bike parts and components lined up on the floor, ready to be installed, and also a lot of them are organized in boxes, as you can see here. And we got the custom stickers here from Moto X Stickers Chiang Mai, Thailand. So thanks to those guys for customizing the stickers. Now have a look at this bike frame. This is our working platform we're gonna build the whole bike on. So let's have a little look at that before we get started. So without further ado, let's start to put this engine into the frame, and then soon it's gonna start to look really cool. Okay, so lifting the engine into the frame here, you actually have to take the swing arm axle out, and then we're installing the new clutch from Weisico outer basket with original gears on the back, which was also a different procedure that we're not going to show in this video because that would be too long. And then put on the washer and the inner hub here. There we go, and the washer again. And then that's the locking securing washer and the nut. And then highlight of the video, one of the highlights of the video is putting in a new piston that we already measured in the first part of the video to make sure it's within specifications of the cylinder, the new cylinder that we ordered, and also checking the ring gap is within specifications, even more importantly I would say, because they are more likely to cause engine damage if you don't check and adjust them according to specifications. Actually, one of the top YouTubers called the Dirt Bike Channel, if I remember correctly, he destroyed a newly renovated CR250 cylinder that had been replated with a new Nicosil coating, and he destroyed it, I think, because he forgot to do those checks that I just mentioned with the piston rings and the clearance between the piston and the cylinder as well. So yeah, that's all checked, and you also can check the free movement of the piston by rotating the clutches I just showed you, and then you tighten it down in a crisscross pattern gently, and making sure that nothing is stuck and everything moves freely, so you don't force it into an awkward angle or something like that. So now it's time to put the head gasket on. Make sure there's no dirt or any kind of things stuck between the surfaces of the cylinder and the gasket and the cylinder head. And then put it on and tighten down the nuts. And again, you use a torque wrench and do it in a crisscross pattern, of course, afterwards. I think the specs are 27 Newton meters, if I remember correctly, at the time of recording. And then nice with a new nice spark plug as well, which actually also helps with performance, especially on the two-stroke. If it's old, it can get a bit fouled and the spark will not be as good as a new one. And then put on a new chain, nice new DID gold chain. And we're putting in the same actually clutch plates as before, because they were just fine, they don't need to be replaced. And then the pressure plate and the springs. The springs were also just fine. This clutch is like really durable. And then you gently tighten it up with, I use a machine here, but I use, for the final tightening or the torquing, I use a torque wrench as well to 10 Newton meters, okay? And then it's time to install the nicely renovated reed valve that we renovated also in the first part of the video. Check the link in the description if you want to see that. And then installing the nicely cleaned up carburetor. We also cleaned it inside. And then checking the clutch. This is an easy pull CNC clutch. Checking that is adjusted correctly, and then installing the subframe. So now it's starting to look like a motorcycle again. and the rear fender. It's so rewarding to do this video actually and just watch these clips. It's just beautiful. Like if you like motocross bikes, this is just really nice video footage to watch. And then the front suspension here that we also totally rebuilt, new bushing seals and oil, and the front wheel with the Dunlop front tire, and then the clutch cover, making sure that everything fits properly. And it also has a new water pump seal, by the way. I changed those as well. And here you can see the colored mud flap that are colored black from white, as you also can see in the first part of the video. Here you can see how nice the cylinder looks. And we're putting the radiators on here and the cooling hoses. And this plastic has also been colored with a red dye product. And then it's time to fill up the coolant. And as soon as you've filled up the coolant, you can already start to check around that there's no leaks around the hoses or where the hoses connect, because that can happen. And then we're also going to fill up the engine oil, which is really important to not forget those two steps, you know, with the coolant and the engine oil. I've never forgot it in my life, and I never want to try it, okay? So, and then it's time to put the gas tank on. And also I put the muffler on, as you can see. So now it's really starting to look like a motorcycle. And then we put the side number plate on and the seat. And now it's a complete motorcycle. Now we just need the final touch, which of course is, you know what, it's time for the stickers. The sticker kit. Oh no, wait a second, we also need some new grips first. So yeah, I put some nice new grips in neon color. They look yellow on the video here, but maybe you can see in another clip they're actually neon. Now it's time for the stickers. We're starting with the front fender here and using a hairdryer and I think it's called a spatula, and a box cutter for the edges that don't fit perfect. With those 3 tips, it will be a lot easier. Alignment is the main challenge when you're putting on stickers, as you definitely know if you've tried it before. Aligning the stickers and applying them correctly takes a lot of practice actually. It's one of the hardest part of building a bike, actually, assuming that you have knowledge of how to build an engine. And then we put the side stickers on, and if you ask me, it looks really nice. And then we're also using the hairdryer again here to make it softer, the stickers, and make it fit properly. And it also actually sticks better when it has been heated up. So here we go. Done, finally, after weeks and weeks of hard work. I think it took about 10 days, 10 full working days to build this bike from morning to evening. Huge project. Now the last thing we will do before we start it up is to also put some carbon stickers on the forks, because they have been a bit worn out over time, as you can see if we look close here. Okay, so finally I'm done with the bike. I just finished putting on all the stickers, and you know what time it is now? It's time to bring it out in the garden and see if it will start up. Okay, so I'm gonna open the fuel and add on some choker. So now let's have a walk around the bike and appreciate how nice it looks. So what you see here is basically a 2022 CR250 engine. And make sure you're subscribed to see it battle the CR250RL on the motocross track. We're gonna do some lap time battles. Thanks to my sponsor FX Fitness Gym Row Y, where I've been training for years now. I stay in Phuket, Thailand. And if you want to stay in shape and you're training really hard, you need a gym with air conditioning so that you don't get dehydrated. Also, it looks really cool with the CNC foot pegs, by the way. And you can see the exhaust pipe has been through a little bit of everything and has been renovated a few times. But hey, that's how it is to have a bike on a tropical island. You can't just get parts locally, but you have to import it. Okay guys, so that's it for this video. Give it a like if you liked it and subscribe to see the next riding video where I'm gonna ride this bike against the 450. If you want to learn more tools and techniques and habits that can improve your life quality and performance and well-being overall, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like tropical island holidays, visit fitcamp5.com for my 2-time TripAdvisor award-winning training camp, where we train fitness and action sports together while learning to live a healthy lifestyle and, maybe most importantly, have fun at the same time. And if you're really serious about improving yourself, you should definitely check out my full online courses, where I share step-by-step programs on how I developed my own routines over the last 12 years as a CEO working in 4 different countries, while being a successful competitive athlete with more than 20 years of experience in fitness and nutrition. Check the link in the description for that. And in any case, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, be awesome, believe in yourself, and see you on the next one.